Hello, welcome to my season preview prediction for the Sacramento Kings. And guys, if you guys haven't seen this before, what we do here is we will give our prediction what we expect from this team who went 48-34 last year, lost in the first round. Monte McNair did a great job building this team. I actually met somebody part of the Sacramento Kings this year at Summer League. Had an okay conversation, but what I honestly do believe is that this team is going to have a fantastic year. Fantastic. Now let's get into this. I want to hear your thoughts down below, your previews, your predictions, whatever it may be. Also, got kind of like a swollen lip right there. Now, they brought in the Bulgarian Greek Klay Thompson, Sasha. Is it Vinzikov or Vinzikov or... I've heard like so many different ways to say it. So tell me down below. Sasha's came. They got a great pickup in Chris Duarte, who was a 3-and-D guy, who was hyped as one of the most NBA-ready players in his draft class. They got him for nothing. Colby Jones, who's literally Josh Hart, like Josh Hart 2.0. Colby Jones, I really like him. And they got off of Rashawn Holmes' money. They also brought in Jalen Slauson, which is awesome. They kept Keon Ellis, who, again, awesome. So I really like this deal, again, because this offseason, because they also kept Harrison Barnes. They kept Alex Len, Kessler Edwards, Trey Lyles. They re-signed Domantas Sabonis, even though you might argue, who were they, negotiating against? But let's look at the current roster. With the current roster, guys, we are looking at a team that I am reading off a list right here. De'Aaron Fox, Domantas Sabonis, Harrison Barnes, Kevin Huerter, Malik Monk, Keegan Murray, Trey Lyles, Sasha, Davion Mitchell, Chris Duarte, Alex Len, JaVale McGee, Colby Jones, and Kessler Edwards. They do have Jeremy Lamb and Jalen Noel, Deontay Burton, and Chance Comanche on exhibit deals. I know Scal Labissiere is technically on an exhibit deal, but they've already waived him, and he's going to be on their G League team. Jeremy Lamb and Jalen Noel are guys who are currently competing for the last open roster spot. If I had to put my money on it, I think Jalen Noel will make it. Jeremy Lamb's been out of the NBA for too long. So I'm definitely curious to hear your guys' thoughts on what you guys think the starting lineup is going to be. I personally think at this point, if we are looking at what the starting lineup, again, if I had to give this team is easily top 6 seed. I honestly think they could crack 50 wins. I think similar win total. I think they make it to the second round. I think they're still a good team. I think there are some questions on this Kings roster. Statistically, this was a team that last year, they went 48-34. Again, they were the number one offense in the league, but they were 25th in defense. If they can get to a top 15 defense, I can buy them winning 50 games. I can buy them, repeating as a top 3 West. But the West is wide open. So it's not a matter of can they or opportunity. It's have they improved defensively, which I think they have. Starting lineup: De'Aaron Fox, Kevin Huerter, Harrison Barnes, Keegan Murray, Domantas Sabonis. Off the bench, we assume the 5-man rotation would be Davion Mitchell, Malik Monk, Chris Duarte, Sasha, Trey Lyles, with JaVale McGee being in the rim protector if they need. Now, as well as Alex Len. Now, Sasha, he's going to give you a bunch of 3-point shooting. Chris Duarte is going to give you some defense with 3-point shooting, so that you did improve there. And I like Jalen Slauson, I like Keon Ellis, I really like Jordan Ford. And Jeremy Lamb gives you more defense than Jalen Noel if they do bring him in. Davion Mitchell, Chris Duarte are arguably your 2 best defenders on this team. And then I don't know what we're getting from JaVale McGee at this point in his career, but there's that to note. And for anybody who's wondering, Colby Jones has no money guaranteed in 2025, and Domantas Sabonis' contract has incentives, so that don't take effect until next year. I'm definitely curious, because when you look at this, you think, okay, Jalen Noel and Chris Duarte, Jeremy Lamb too. It's just, for me, I get scared. This was the 25th defense in the league last year. I don't think they completely fix. I think the second unit wise, Harrison Barnes and Keegan Murray are decent defenders. And I think De'Aaron Fox, when he's locked in, pretty decent defender. So, and what's crazy is Mike Brown's a defensive coach. Mike Brown's actually not known for being like offense. I mean, like he coached both sides of the balls for the Warriors, but holistically on the whole, let me take a sip. Stay hydrated. Now, holistically, when he came from the Spurs, if you guys didn't know this, Mike Brown, Spurs coach, that's how he got his start. And a lot of people thought, all right, this team's going to get better defensively. I mean, the fact that the number one offense, I think that'll carry over being a top 5 offense this coming season. I think the biggest thing is improving defensively, and maybe the philosophies and the things that Mike Brown can instill this offseason will be definitely working on the defensive side of the ball. And if they can do that, it's well. I mean, my roommate over here, who also does some scouting stuff, he was watching Sasha's film yesterday, and he was talking about how horrendous of a defender Sasha was for Olympiacos. And I'm not going to sit here and be like Sasha's going to be, solid defensively. I mean, he could be kind of a turnstile. We don't know. We'll see how well he does, how much effort he gives on that end. But it wasn't great, the film that you see over in Europe. Now, I still very much am excited to see Sasha. So when I look at this team, I think they can be regular season darlings. I think they actually can be a 50-win team. I think they do have a better roster than last year. Now, will Davion Mitchell take the next step? Well, of course, Duarte will be ready. They really chose JaVale McGee over Neemias Queta. For me, I think the biggest thing for this team is their perimeter defense. I mean, rim protection, as long as Domantas Sabonis is your center, you're never going to be a rim protector, because then that would, a rim protecting team, like a good shot blocking team, because that would mean you'd have to get a power forward who can block the rim, and there's not many of those, or you're going to have to move Sabonis to power forward and then get a rim protector. And we've seen how that looks with the Pacers. So for me, I think this is a 50-win team, but they need to make sure their perimeter defense is shored up for them to really be able to take advantage of how potent this offense is. I mean, again, this is a team that they allowed the 5th most points in the NBA last year at 118 per game. They scored 120. Their net rating was 8th best in the league at plus 2.6, when this was a team that was the number 1 offensive rating, 5th worst defense in the league. So that's a big thing that I think is holding them back. But I'm confident that they can address it due to the fact that Mike Brown, being a defensive head coach, even though he coached both sides of the ball while with the Warriors for what was like 8 years, I am rather confident that he can get it done. With that being said, I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts down below in the comment section. What is your expectations from the Sacramento Kings this upcoming season? I do believe that they have the potential to be the top 3 seed again. The Western Conference is wide open. They were a first round exit. If I had to put my money, I think they'll make it to the second round. They'll take baby steps. But again, it's all about that defense. Their offense will be top 5 again. And they were what? Their pace, for how fast they played, their pace was only 12th, by the way. But either way, that's it. I'm done rambling. Hope you guys have a great day. That's basically going to be me. So, bye.